Today, we live in unprecedented new times, as the world fitfully tries to rebound from the COVID-19 recession. Many business leaders face a new normal, the prospect of slow growth for many years to come. Some analysts even predicted could last as long as 2025. Regardless of what may or may not happen in the future, we must prepare for uncertain times, as managing this new COVID-19 era will be different from any other times we've seen before. As people continue to work from home and governments worldwide enforce strict social distancing measures, businesses will need to re-innovate themselves. Find new ways of doing business to stay relevant in their local market and to their consumers. They must be able to compete for Google Page 1 dominance. In fact, it is the most valuable real estate online. Just so you understand how big Google is, Google receives over 63,000 searches per second on any given day, which translates into at least 2 trillion searches per year. That is whopping traffic of 5.6 billion searches per day. That is why no business can afford to miss out on that 5.6 billion search traffic Google gets daily. So if a company does not rank for their money keywords on Google, then they are conceding defeat to their competition, or worse yet, they don't believe in Google and how it can transform their business overnight if done right. Because they failed to invest in their online marketing, their competitor will take all the business Google generates from page 1, and especially when over 90% of those people do not get past page 1. Hence, now more than ever, companies must not only invest in their online marketing but dominate it too. If customers cannot find a business online, it is not the customer's fault but the business' fault. Businesses can't fail to market their products/services or do a positive PR campaign. If companies chose not to act now, it would be the reason of their failure. The greatest challenge many businesses face today is whether to invest or not to invest in their marketing. Some even use the pandemic as an excuse as not to invest in their business. They argue, they must wait until the pandemic or the economic crisis ends. And if they choose to act, they prefer to do a DIY job to save costs, especially when they lack the expertise to take on the challenge in the first place. The worst part of all is when they hire the wrong resources, that drain more money out of the business, offering them solutions that have very little ROI. Which of course, only prolongs the results they desperately need. Finally, some will say flat out no, they rely on referrals. They never invest in marketing and never will. Not realizing, they have handed over the keys to their business to someone else. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with referrals, but referrals don't give you growth or stability or continuous leads. Referrals are relying on a network of people. Once that limit is reached, then, that is it. You have no room for any more growth. It also means it takes one bad apple to give you a bad review, and suddenly, you lose heap bunch of new referrals you were relying on. So it is not a sustainable or reliable business model. The golden rule is, lack of inaction in marketing, leads to a lack of sales. The epitome of failure is failing to plan is the same as planning to fail. This makes sense today more than ever. The economic crisis we are facing today due to the pandemic will last for some time, and we don't know how long, so we need to plan for the future. I always explain, to business leaders, that marketing and sales are not two standalone activities. In fact, they are inextricably connected. Without a solid marketing, even the best product will not sell. I recently read a report from Bloomberg, which reads, "Big companies are going bankrupt at a record pace, but that's only part of the carnage." By some accounts, small businesses are disappearing by the thousands amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The drag on the economy from these failures could be huge. So this tells me no one is immune, whether you are a big or small business. Everyone is experiencing slow downturn due to the economy. Which means the chances of success are even that much harder now than ever before, so even more of reason to invest in marketing today. Why else is Coca-Cola still advertising today? Or Nike, or Apple, or Amazon for that matter? The list can go on and on. Why are these well-known, big brands continue to advertise their products like there is no tomorrow? Obviously, to stay relevant, to maintain market share. Why else? Furthermore, these companies invest crazy amount of money. You don't have to invest like them, you just need to find smart lean way to market your business and service. One that gives you instant ROI and growth. One thing is clear, consumers are well informed and more sophisticated, and better educated as they search the internet for products and services. We live in the digital age, where everything is done online, so if your business is not marketing your products and services to your target audience, then you're really going to struggle. The first thing consumer does is Google your business, or the product or the service. If they find social proof, like, you are who you say you are, then you can expect them to do business with you. On the other hand, if they don't find anything about your business, then expect them to go elsewhere. It is really that simple. Your consumer is always comparing you with your competition, why they should buy from you and not from them. 75% of why you comes from your actual marketing. Your marketing is even more critical to the success of the business now than hiring new salespeople. Salespeople can only sell when you have leads. Today, with everything is done online, the 75% why you is more significant than you realize. Your business dominating Google page 1, for their money keywords, will answer the 75% why, to get the remaining 25% ROI.